A lot of people ask us how we live off-grid full-time. No hookups, no generator. This system powers our entire bus. Today, Randy is going to walk you through our full solar setup. This is Wandering Wildcrafts. Come wander with us.
Here's the day we get to explain what the heck I did with our solar system. So I've got 3 MPT 7515s and 2 150s, 100 volts, 50 amps. I was tempted to go with the 150s, but I wanted to keep it at a voltage that maybe wouldn't kill me as quickly, for better or for worse. And then we have this silver guy, which converts 24 volt DC to 12 volt. And this guy down here, which is the lightning arrestor. This thing here is the battery management system. So those itty bitty wires all go to the battery system. And then we have a switch for when you plug in. And then that guy back there is the inverter. And it also has a charger, which we don't use because we don't plug in very often. And then for the occasion that we do plug in, I'm not sure if you can see it, but there's a little gray box back there. Supposedly, when the voltage gets below 90, it starts doing some magic and converts amps to bump the voltage up so you don't get called a brownout situation. So I got 3 flip-out solar panels that you can get for super cheap now. I think I paid $200 or less for them. So there's one bank on the passenger side and one bank on the driver's side. And if you notice on top, there's flexible solar panels, and they're not as efficient, but the bus is curved, kind of has a sexy look to it. So I've divided them into 3 sections. So the sun hits like the one side, the driver's side, or the top, or the passenger side. And each one of those sections has its own charge controller, so we don't get any shading effects. So you got to have all these components, right? You got to have the batteries to store all this energy, and you got to have a way to get the energy into the batteries. And if the batteries are too small, that's a problem. If the batteries are too big and your solar system can't charge it, well, that's a problem. Okay, so let's have a look at the batteries. Those are lithium-ion batteries. There's basically 2 layers of batteries in that box, which adds up to 800 amp hours at 12 volts. Or the way I have it configured is 400 amp hours at 24 volt. The bus is a 24 volt system. The only reason we have any 12 volt stuff is because, well, pumps and lights. But if I were to do it again, I'd probably get all the pumps and lights in the 24 as well to avoid that 24 to 12 volt switch. So the bus is 24 volts. Of course, everybody wants lithium ion. Lithium ions aren't good for starting buses, are they? Apparently, these particular lithium ion batteries are unique because they'll allow a high current discharge. Now, there's a temptation for people to get gas appliances for their RV or off-grid application, but we decided that as we get the solar panel and the battery system up and running, we'd like not to have to go find propane. So we gotta keep that balance. We have a dishwasher, Ninja air fryers, a washing machine, and you can see off there in the behind the bed in the master bedroom is our mini split, like all of those mini splits. That little flap flops open, and the cool or warm air flows into the bus. And it's surprising how little amps that pulls. If it's on full air conditioning after it's started, it's only about 5 amps at 110 volts. I think we have about 4,500 watts of solar. So really nothing. You can run, feels like 2 days or 3 days. If there was no sun. The sun going, I just indefinitely run air conditioning.
If you have any questions about our setup, drop them below. Thanks for wandering with us.